It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Dolphins and the Texans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a veteran journeyman. He's made starts for 7 different franchises. Case Keenum.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Now it's Keenum. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Keenum. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. And fights through one man. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Beckham goes in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Beckham will go in motion right. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Keenum throwing on second. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. Pushing his way through. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down. Keenum now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Keenum. He'll get this to Ogunbowale out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Delson in motion. On second down, here's Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Danico Autry, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Keenum. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Keenum going to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch. And that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Pulled in at the 24. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Keenum. Got a man. It's Collins complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Keenum. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter, and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And now out comes Houston. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Nifty move. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To a hit, and the ball is out. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Keenum. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. The Texans send the punter out, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Danielle Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver Hill.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tua now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Danico Autry. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Tua going to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the turnover, it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Christian Harris,
his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, They've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Keenum.
Got his man, Dell.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. On 1st down, it's Keenum. That's complete. It's Collins. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again is Keenum. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Now Keenum. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Tua. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Keenum.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe
From
not
a yard
the
or two deep, here
offenses
comes a
just
return.
yet, but still a half
And
to
he's
go.
able to get this
As
across
we
the
get you
20,
back
but not by
out to
much
Brandon
as he's
Gott.
marked down officially at the 21. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing now, Boyle. That's into the hands of Woods.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10.
A man who was both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
2nd and 5.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it with Achane.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away.
And this returnable for Sims.
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8.
And the Texans will take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Boyle.
And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to throw is Boyle.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's Boyle. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use?
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Off the play fake, it's Thompson.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Thompson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Thompson completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Thompson now.
His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and long, Thompson.
And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston set to take over. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. On 1st down, Boyle.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Throwing here, Boyle.
Open man is Noah Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Thompson.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And now out comes Houston.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Boyle.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Play action, now Boyle.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw is Boyle. Into the hands of Skoranek. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, but that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Remember, they had the safety go against them on their last possession. That was followed by the field goal a moment ago, so they've taken a couple of hits recently, but still lead it here as they start 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now it's Thompson.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Now 3rd down and very long. Thompson going to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Thompson going play action here. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Into the air again, Thompson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A run straight ahead with Achane. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Now 2nd and 5. Now Thompson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. This is 2nd and 8. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Thompson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. On 1st and 10, it's Boyle. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now Boyle to throw.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Boyle. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Berrios.
Ooh, with a juke. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Off play action. Thompson.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Thompson looking to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Thompson. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he'll get it inside the 35. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. So here's a 3rd and 14. Thompson out of the shotgun here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Throwing now, Boyle.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw is Boyle.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Boyle. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Off play action. Boyle. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun. Boyle. Hard throw, incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. The drive starts with a run from Achane.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
A give, running right, Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Here is 3rd and 5. Tops it now from the gun.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing here, Boyle.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
And here comes Berrios.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Motion man is Berrios. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's Thompson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
First down. Here's Thompson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here's Thompson.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Braxton Berrios. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So now the Texans down by 11, a little under a minute 50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
On first down, Boyle.
And he fends him off. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw is Boyle.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And that's complete to Brown.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
Back to throw again. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.